Hello, 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 and happy Monday. I hope you had an amazing Monday here on this 8 to 8, this Lions Gate 2022. Woo! So, if you are new to me or to my page or to the channel, my name is Katrice. This is Astrology After Dark, and I help open minded individuals find the best career, the best job, or business using the energies that they were born with. Okay, and how do I do that? By their natal chart, looking at their natal chart. And so tonight I'm going to be talking about the sun and your vitality, okay? The sun is who we are at our core, okay? So it's who you are at the core of you, okay? And so you definitely want to understand, you know, who you are and what energies that make you, okay? Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a Cancer," or "I'm a Gemini," you know, but that's not who you are per se. Hey, hey, hey. That's not who you are. That's just a part of you. Yes, your sun sign is very important. It's one of your big three, but it's not who you are because you are made up of all of the energies of your chart. Okay. But depending upon what house your sun sign is in, okay, then that will show up as your vitality, as what lights you up. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you the wheel just so that you can see. And I'm not going to do like different houses, different wheels. Um, not Keisha LaShawn DM. Okay. Not showing each house, not showing different houses, but just the wheel so you guys can see it. Okay. So here we go. Let's take a look. So when you are looking at your when you're looking at the wheel, let me make this a little smaller here. Okay. So hey Keisha, tonight was good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're talking about the sun, right? And no, it doesn't show your name. I gotta figure that out because I've been needing to see who it is. Like I'd be a little confused. Um, okay, so depending upon where the sun is where you what lights you up, okay? And so if you have your sun in the first house is the house of self. It is the I am house, okay? And so what's important to you is self, okay? And so you're going to show up a little bit like that Aries energy, okay? Aries energy is very confident energy. It's a very I am, it's all about me, me, and me, okay? Not saying that Aries people are selfish, okay? But that is the energy. It's more focused on me and my accomplishments and what I want and what I deserve, okay? So if your so I say see here this has Capricorn. So and the Capricorn, this is also the rising house, okay? And so you the rising house, that's what you show out into the world, okay? So even though you show out into it's going to be Capricorn energy, it's also gonna have a flare of it's all about me, okay? Now, if you have your sun in the second house, okay, second house is the I have house, okay, resonates best with Taurus energy. And so, if you are in this house, what lights you up is money. What lights you up is good, is nice material possessions. What lights you up is food. Okay, my son is in the second house, and when I tell y'all I love to eat, I I love to eat. Like I love food. Food is amazing. I'm so grateful God made it. Um, I'm also focused on my money. I have a focus on money. Money lights me up. I love having money. I really do because it affords me to be able to do the things that I need to do. So anybody who has their sun here, they love money. They love money, and it's not like in a materialistic way, but they just love. Okay. If you have your house here in the third house, this is the I think house. So this is the house of communication, siblings, short distance travel. And so if your son here, you're all about communication. Okay. And it matters the sign on the house, but the way you think, okay, it's all about the thinking. It's all about the if you be around any Gemini people, if your son is here, you're gonna have a touch of Gemini in you. Okay. Fourth house is home house. It's our foundations. Okay. And so if this is the house that resonates more with the Cancer zodiac sign, and it's ruled by and so if you have your sun sign here in the fourth house, you are going to be somebody who is all about home. Home is so important to you. Home is what lights you up. Home is what gives you a sense of vitality. You will go hard for your home. You will go hard for anything that has to do with your home, with the betterment of your home. Okay. Now, here, if your house is in this house, this the fifth house. This is the house of creativity. This is the house of joy and joy, creativity, sex, like casual sex. This is the fun house, okay? And so if your son is in the fifth house, you are all about having fun. You are going to be somebody that is really creative. You really like to have fun. People are going to love being around you, okay? This house is the house that resonates most with Leo energy. And so you're going to have a touch of Leo in you. You're going to be a little dramatic. You're going to have a little flair to you, like Leo energy. Okay. And so this here, if your son is here, you're, a little baby Leo. Now, this house here, the sixth house, this is the house of daily routines, of work, daily routines, work, and health. Okay. This is the house that resonates most with Virgo energy. And so, if your son is here in this house, you're going to be somebody who's pretty health conscious. You're going to be somebody who is kind of a little organized because Virgo energy is a organized energy. You may be a little analytical. Virgo energy, very analytical. Okay, and so you're going to think things through. You're going to probably have a systematic place, some type of system in place to make sure that you are efficient for your day. Okay, if your sun is here in the seventh house, okay, this is the house of relationships. Okay, it naturally aligns more with Libra energy. Okay, and so your sun is here, relationships light you up. You love being in a partnership. Um, you feel you are most balanced. You feel at your best when you are in a partnership, whether it is a romantic partnership, or a business partnership, any way where you can be in a partnership and that partnership is it is bringing you joy. It is bringing you vitality. Now, aspects do take in effect. Okay, they take effect in how the energies is played out, but just basically, if your sun is here, relationships are very, very, very important to you. Probably are thinking about when you were a little girl or a little guy. If your son is in the seventh house, you probably were thinking about, oh, I can't wait till I get married, and I have my family, and I have my husband or my wife, and we're just gonna have this beautiful life, and we're gonna have this beautiful house, and all of the things. Okay. And so if your sun is here in the eighth house is the house of other people's money. Okay, so it's opposite second house. So this is personal finance. This is other people's money. Okay, and so this house would relate to like your relationship here, or business money. This is like partnership money. It also relates to taxes, death. It relates best, this house best relates with Scorpio energy. Okay. And so if your sun is here, you're going to be somebody, you're going to do a lot of research. Before you make any type of transactions, you're going to do research. Before you get with somebody to add a business partnership, do research on them. Okay. You're going to be very much into, oh, and you will attract money from partnerships really, really well if your sun is here in this house. Okay. Ninth house is the house of higher learning, of spirituality, philosophy, religion. And so this house best resonates with Sagittarius. If your sun is in this house, okay, you are going to be like a little mini Sagittarius. You're going to be very much interested in the higher learning. You're going to be very much interested in, uh, things like the law of attraction, or you may be somebody, you may be a pastor. Okay, a lot of pastors, their son is in this. Okay, or you may be a professor, college professor, or you may be like a psychologist, or anything that has to do with higher learning, with the higher realms. That is what lights you up in this house. Now, the 10th house is the career house. This is your public persona, what you put out into the world as far as your career, your legacy, how people see you in the public. Okay. So if your son is here in this house, you're going to be somebody that's very goal oriented. You're focused on either climbing the corporate ladder or building the biggest business you can build. Okay. You are all about achievement, you're all about status. Again, the sign that's on the house does matter. Okay. But you may show it in different ways. Okay. And so Libra is an energy, is about love and beauty. Okay. And so you may have a really big business where you help couples, get together, like a matchmaking, okay, business or something like that. Maybe the people who started Match.com, maybe they had their son in the 10th house, and it's Libra energy. Okay. And so now Match.com is huge. It's all over the internet, and, people, go and they find love and all of that. Right. And so that would be, it's all about achievement, and it's all about status here in this house. Okay. The 11th house here, as you can see, the sun is actually in the 11th house. Okay. So 11th house, this is the house of friends, the humanitarian work, wishes coming true. And so in this house here, the 11th house, um, if your sun is here, you are somebody who, you're a very social person. You being able to get out in the world for social causes, and if it's not fair, like, you're somebody who, if it's not fair, if it's just unjust, that really ticks you off. Like, you will go to war, you will go to bat, because you're like, no, that's not fair. You don't treat people that way. This is what I call the humanitarian house. Okay. This is the house where people go, where people whose sun here are very much humanitarian. People who are big into philanthropy, they have their sons most of the time. Here in this house, if their sun isn't in this house, they have a lot of planets in this house. Okay. Then the last house, the very last house, is the 12th house. And so the 12th house is the house of sacrificial service, behind the scenes, limitations. Um, it's the house of, like, hospitals and institutions, where you go when people put you, away. Okay. This is the unseen stuff of the world. Okay. So if your sun is here, you're somebody who, you may spend a lot of time alone. Okay. You may be somebody who you might be a nurse. Okay. This house most resonates with Pisces energy. Okay. And so you might be a nurse, because this house, this is the house of, people who have been put away, people who have been confined, people who have been locked away. And so with your sun here, this draws you more to want to work with those people. This draws you more to want to be able to help those people. To, those are the people who have been put away and forgotten about. And so you having your son here, you are somebody who goes to, you're like, no, you're not forgotten. Someone is here to take care of you. Someone will be here to help you. This house also is a very spiritual house. And so this is a house where you see a lot of people who have had a lot of traumas in their life, and they will in turn take that and they will go out and they will help other people to overcome their traumas. Okay. So if your son is here, you're somebody who you may work with people who have had a lot of traumas in their life. Okay. And so that is the zodiac wheel. Okay. So that is if your son is in those particular houses, then that's what will show up. Again, you have to look at the sign that is on the outside of the house. Okay, because that is how you see these planets here that's in the actual house. Okay, the sign on the house is how the energies of those planets are expressed. Okay, but they also take on the significations of the house meaning and the energy that actually is the main ruler of that particular house. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So I'll stop sharing. All right, and so I hope that you guys learned something. I hope you found some value from this episode. If you did, please do share it out if it's on Facebook. Also, give it a like if you are watching it on YouTube, and then go ahead and give me a subscribe if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you want to learn more from me. Go ahead, give a subscribe, and also hit the bell so that you'll get notifications every time I go live or upload new videos to the channel. Also, if you would like to get a career reading, okay, I do career readings. And so, what I do is I look at your career houses, I look at the placements, and I see. I'll replay it, the replay. Okay, okay. I don't see your name. I don't know who you are, but yes, please catch the replay. um, if you want to get a career reading, okay, I look at the career houses. I look at the planets in those houses and the how those planets work with each other. And so if and then I come up with, based on your chart, I will be able to come up with the best careers for you based on the energies that you were born with. Okay, if you would like to get a career reading with me, okay, I have all the information here in the chart. Um, and I also do general readings where I basically just, if you're new to astrology, I basically just go through and I kind of break down every single house for you, and also the planets and everything and the energies, how they interact with each other. Okay. All of the information for that is here in the comments. Payment is required before you receive the reading. So, you make your payment and then I start on your reading. It can take anywhere up to 72 hours. I try to get them out a little quickly. However, things do come up. So if it takes a little longer with that, I will definitely notify you. But it's normally being within 72 hours. All right. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your Monday. Oh, and listen, Wednesday, we're gonna get ready for the full moon. The full moon in Aquarius is on Thursday. So Wednesday, we're gonna talk about it, how it will be affecting you based on your sign. So you definitely don't want to miss out on Wednesday. All right. So before I go, just remember that possibilities are endless. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And that right there ought to make you smile. You guys have a great one, and I will talk to you